Welcome back to episode 2 of Rival Talk. I'm Amo. This is Matt. Today we've got a full schedule. We're going to go over our week 1 picks, some overreactions. We're also going to dive into who we think is going to win each division. And then we're going to go into some fantasy and wrap it up talking about week 2. To start us off, though, we're going to dive into.
Let's go straight to the Thursday night game. Lions Chiefs.
Each made picks last week, and we'll see how we ended up doing. And let's talk about each game.
Yeah. Week 1, first game, Thursday night. No Travis Kelce is a problem in Kansas City. I thought the workload could be picked up. No, Travis he is a big part of that offense,
especially with Eric Bieniemy gone.
Yeah,
it's all on when everything goes to shit. Kelce needs to be there, and I mean, I called it. I knew the Lions were going to play competitive. They got a little lucky. I don't know why the Chiefs went for it on 4th and 25, but
yeah. I mean,
I guess they didn't trust their defense. Chris Jones is gone too.
Chris Jones is back now. I think I texted you after this game, right after I said, or at least I turned to someone. I said, Chris Jones. Now the Kansas City went to him, and they probably hand him a blank check. There's like you pay that man after you just got ran down on. Like
it shows it too. They would rather go for it on 4th and 25 with 3 timeouts left and 2 minutes left in the game, rather than punt and trust their defense to make another stop without Chris Jones.
I mean, they were running David Montgomery, right, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Dude, I don't know why they kept Jahmyr Gibbs. He made one good play, and then they'd pull him. He'd make another one, then they'd pull him.
Yeah,
they need to figure that out. But yeah, their backfield is going to be good this year. And I mean, Jared Goff is. I used to be a hater. He's playing well. He's playing good football.
Yeah, Jared Goff is playing some impressive football. There was a lot of quarterbacks last year that looked good, and people they thought they were all going to come back. Jared Goff's one of them, and he came back this year so far. He looks good.
You beat the Super Bowl champs week 1.
Yeah, I mean,
while they were hanging the banner, they had a ceremony. They were hanging a banner that night, and they ruined their first game.
But as Kansas City, I don't think they should be worried. Travis is going to be back. They're going to be better.
They'll figure it out.
It's going to be a bumpy first
always start off kind of slow, and then they pick it up around week 8, and then it's like, oh, the Chiefs are back.
Yep, nothing to be scared of. I think they'll figure it out. What was the next game we got? The 1:00 Sunday. Hearing Scott Hansen come on, talk about Red Zone being back. It was exciting.
We both picked Atlanta to win, so the Atlanta and Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young kind of looked lost out there.
He did.
I mean he has no weapons, no running back, no O-line. But
I know I wrote down something about that game as I was watching it. Something stuck out to me. Let me look for it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta, the running game, Tyler Algier had 2 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson also had it.
That's what surprised me. He had an insane play, but his workload really surprised me. They're gonna really
get a lot of yards.
Yeah, that surprised me. And I mean, Desmond Ridder. I mean, they won. You can't complain, right?
And I'm waiting for Taylor Heineke. I think that's when that offense takes that next step. Taylor Heineke, he can just get the people going. He's not a very good quarterback, but he brings a culture and a morale to the team that I don't think a lot of players can.
I do think that NFC South is a lot more competitive than I did give it credit for. I know it's only week 1, but the Falcons, they came away with the dub. The Saints didn't look horrible. I know they won. And why am I tripping?
The Bucks.
Their defense is gonna keep them in some games this year.
Yeah. What's the next one you got on the list?
Bengals, they lost.
Yeah, I mean
Browns gave it to them. That's what I have written here in all caps. What happened to Joe Burrow? 80 yards. That's unacceptable, man. In the rain, I get it.
I mean, I have Jamar Chase in 2 leagues. He had 9 points, something like that. Like
My boy
it,
has T Higgins and Joe Burrow, and they combined for 3.8 points.
yeah, T Higgins didn't have a catch. I mean, it's week 1. I think they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, they'll be
Joe
okay.
Burrow, he didn't practice basically all preseason. Like he didn't
What
play the preseason. Like this is his first game. There's gonna be some bumps. I trust that they'll figure it out. I mean, the O line didn't look good, but
do we think of the Browns? What's that say about the Browns?
I think the Browns are gonna be good this year. They're gonna be
If the
competitive.
like if the
Deshaun
Bengals are
Watson
gonna
looks
figure it
good.
out, does that mean the Browns are gonna be? I I think so. No one can stop Miles Garrett. He's gonna be good every time he steps foot on the field.
Yeah,
He's
I
oh
saw
my
him.
goodness.
I
You
saw him
see that
messing
tackle he
around
had?
before the get
Yeah.
plays, and yeah, straight through. Like it was. He's good. Everyone knew he's gonna be good. He's still good. Like there's just some players like that. I mean, of course, you got one like that. But yeah.
Next
Uh,
game here.
Browns are gonna be good this year. I think the Bengals will bounce back.
And the Jaguars. I had them winning. I was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Calvin Ridley is a true number one receiver. He's a game changer.
I don't think Christian Kirk had I picked him up in a league like late rounds
Yeah,
because I was like,
I started him, dude, at one point,
yeah,
and
nah,
even what's his name? Is it Zay Jones?
yeah. Zay Jones had a touchdown. He was nice.
He was getting more target share than even
Yeah,
Christian
I
Kirk.
mean,
But
maybe they were just overloading
and,
Kirk the whole time, and I don't know. Travis Etienne 8. That offense is good.
and
Jaguars are back.
Tank
They're probably
Bigsby's gonna get a lot of the goal line touches too as the season progresses.
who'd they play? They
Like
played sorry, why am I blanking on that?
just so many games we get.
Yeah, they played the Colts?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Richardson looked good.
got hurt.
I
Oh my
mean,
goodness.
I don't know
Look,
how
we've
serious it is.
seen this
It
story
looked
before. It's a big muscular guy who runs a lot, and then just all the wear and tear. Andrew Luck, man. We
yeah,
saw
I mean,
early he retired. Cam Newton kept getting banged up because the bigger you are, the harder they have to hit you, take you down, man. Like Calvin Johnson, he retired early. All these big guys, all those hits are gonna stack up.
yeah, I mean, I
He
think
done
he'll
let
figure
people
out
go
a
though.
way to protect himself, but he looked good. That offense looked good. Michael Pittman 8. Like,
No Jonathan Taylor. It was still a competitive game.
yeah, I mean, they did suffer on running. They Zach Moss was out before the game started. Uh, Evan Hool or Hull, however you pronounce his name, he got hurt, and Deion Jackson had, I think, 2 fumbles. So, I mean, everyone was fumbling. I was watching Red Zone, and every 30
Dude,
seconds someone fumbled. I mean,
that's a big note. I said about this. Like this year, I think defense is going to run the league. There was so many turnovers, so many fumbles, picks, so
yeah.
many goal line, not necessarily goal line stands. But there was a lot of big hits and good defense played. Like low scoring games, other than the
I mean, the
Bucks.
East Coast had a lot of sloppy weather. It was raining in a lot of stadiums on the East Coast. I mean,
Defense looked good though,
yeah,
all
defenses did.
around the league, except for the Giants and the Steelers.
I mean, the Giants looked good
Oh,
at
the Chargers
times.
defense looks horrible
Oh
too.
yeah, the Chargers defense did look.
Oh man, I mean they are
Dolphins defense
playing.
didn't look that good without Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, and that was a high scoring game.
Yeah,
That was a good one. Nah, but the Bucks defense, like I was saying earlier, that's what kept them in their game.
yeah. I mean, that was a surprising
Minnesota.
win. I don't think either of us had that.
No, we both picked.
I mean, Baker putting himself on the line.
Yeah, I
Uh,
picked Minnesota.
I mean, I saw a stat that last year Minnesota was 11-0 in one score games. Like,
Did I really
you
pick the
can't do.
Titans? Now that I'm looking at this, no way I dare pick the Saints. That's crazy. Okay, nah, but dude, did you see the Vikings uniforms this weekend?
Yeah,
Bro, they were fire. I wish those were there, and the Jets uniforms tonight.
yeah.
Those
The
look
Jets
very good.
uniforms kind of. I mean, Aaron Rodgers going down, it can't be good for the team. I mean, Zach Wilson. is Zach Wilson still.
He already threw a pick. His pick did not look good either.
Yeah. We'll get to that game. We'll get to it. Next
Jeez.
one on the list.
Nah. I want to touch one more thing on the Vikings. We were both. Is it Jordan Addison? Have you picked him up in fantasy?
Oh,
I have him in both my
I have
leagues.
him in
He's
I
getting the
think
start. He's getting the start next week.
I think so the same thing. I didn't start him this week just because I wasn't sure. I
He's
think
gonna
Jordan
happen
Addison as a fantasy player, if he's available in leagues, pick him up. He shouldn't be, but
because he's gonna be open
he's gonna be
because
open.
because if you paid attention to the game, at what point did he have his touchdown after Justin Jefferson already had 100 something yards?
Yeah,
Like
138 yards or something. It was
they had to float somebody over to that side, and it
straight up the
obviously
middle. Like he's good for a touchdown, one of those big plays. Like he's gonna eat. He'll get
he's
his
fat.
targets.
He can take the top off, and I mean Kirk can throw a good deep ball. I mean,
Yeah, I mean
I used to hate on Kirk, but he's good.
he's all right. He's a little inconsistent, but he's Kirk.
Oh, the next game, man, I can't believe I didn't pick the Saints, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what did we both pick the Titans or no? We split on
Nah,
that one.
nah, yeah, you picked the Saints. I'm looking at it here.
I mean,
That's
Derek
crazy.
Carr didn't look good, but
But
neither did Ryan
wins a
Tannehill.
win.
Ryan Tannehill looked awful.
Do three
It's only a
picks.
matter of time before
He's trying to see how fast he can get the other two in the game, huh?
yeah, like Will Levis or Malik Willis, like one of the two. I think it'll be Malik first because he's got the experience, but I think Will Levis might be the quarterback of the future. Give him a
Maybe.
year, sit behind, learn the offense. I mean, the offense is gonna be different next year. No way that
We'll
coaching
see.
staff
That's
stays.
another guy I think, another QB I think they jumped the gun on in the draft process. I mean, he did fall to the second round, I get it. But like some guys, the media just put them into the draft. Look at Zach Wilson, bro. He did not deserve to go second overall.
No. Sometimes the need is, someone gets overhyped.
It's crazy. Trey Lance. Oh my.
Yeah. Next game is Baltimore?
Nah.
No, not up.
Niners.
Niners.
Niners. Pittsburgh, that's what I got here.
Niners, Pittsburgh. I mean, the Niners picked up
How I
shots
picked.
last
How
year.
did I
That's what
pick against the Niners?
I don't know. I don't know how you
I
picked.
don't think Bosa had signed his contract. Yeah, had he?
Yeah, Nick Bosa signed his contract the same day Joe Burrow did, so that was like Saturday or something. It was crazy. If you think about that, average agent makes about 10% of a contract. That agent made 50 million, 40 million that day.
That's crazy.
But yeah, 49ers right where they left off. They're good. Brock
They,
Purdy, solid. He's
I,
good.
I have a note here that two teams looked dominant, the 49ers and then obviously the Cowboys.
Yep.
Because I mean we shut them out, they didn't score at all. And then one team played well, but their opponent sucks. Packers played the Bears. Those three teams, they looked really good. The Niners, oh my goodness.
Kenny
They're
Pickett does not look
I,
good.
I have the Niners officially my favorite out of the NFC. I
They're
mean,
good deep.
it's either them or the Cowboys, but we'll you know us. We'll find a way.
Find a way.
We'll find a way, dude. But yeah, Pittsburgh doesn't look good. Najee Harris is slow. Their O line is not good. Kenny Pickett, his ceiling is Matt Ryan, but not his MVP season.
Yeah, I mean,
And yeah,
Pickett. Deontay Johnson, I think he had a cramp or a hamstring issue. He ended up coming back into the game, but it's week one. You don't want to see these guys
I
going down for anything.
saw a video today of George Pickens. It's of him mouthing the words. He says, "Man, I love it here, but this ain't it." He said, "Man, I swear I love it here, but this shit ain't it."
Yeah, I mean,
Frustration through your team. That's not good. I love Tomlin though.
yeah, I mean, it is not good. But Tomlin, I feel like he should have been on the hot seat a couple years ago, but he's just got such a history there.
I mean, they've had three coaches in the last 60, 70 years, bro.
All right. Yeah. 49ers look good.
Way too good. Commies. I
Uh,
knew you were waiting for this one.
I am. I have been. Sam Howell needs to protect the ball. O-line needs to give him a little bit more protection. Defense was solid.
We were texting about that during the game.
Yeah, I mean, defense let up 3 field goals and like they're mostly off turnovers that we gave them great field position. No touchdowns allowed.
Your
2 forced
defense, your
fumbles late
defense,
in the game.
your, your defense did what they should have done against that offense.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's your turnovers. If if
that
you
are
turn the
killing.
ball over like that against a good team, your defense isn't going to be able to save you.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
the only reason you really won that game is because you created your own turnovers. Like the turnover battle was 2-2, I believe.
yeah.
So that's that's why.
I mean, Chase Young was out again. I mean, sounds like the story of his career in Washington.
Come to Dallas. We'll treat you right.
I don't worry. I trust, Josh Harris, undefeated. Sam Howell, undefeated.
It's true.
These
This is
are
true. My little brother was at the game. He was sitting right in front of the owner suite.
that's
So like
dope.
he could look up and he could see Joel Embiid, Josh Harris, and KD was there as well.
Yeah, I love to see KD being at Redskins, Commanders, all that stuff because he's a local guy. He's always showed his support, but it's hard to support a team, when things are happening that around the office that shouldn't be in the way. But clean slate now.
And now it could be about the football team.
It was what 65,000 people in FedEx, the most it's been in 25 years or something. Like,
Sold out, didn't they?
yeah, they sold out, and then sold out a standing room only. I'm pretty sure. Like everyone was there. RG3 was in the building. It's great to see that people are showing up.
Bro, there's one note I have here. It was obviously an overreaction, but I think it was right after Sam Howell fumbled and they scored. I wrote Washington fourth in the East. All they had to do was play a game. No other team had to play.
Like I was getting text from everybody like, "Yo, come on, you just gotta win this." Like come on, everyone was betting on them, and I was like, "Don't worry, it's a long game." I had faith. I was sitting in the room with a bunch of Giants fans, and they're giving me shit, but
Even if you lost, you wouldn't have been last in the division though, because
yeah, we
it
scored
was
20.
whoever lost between the Giants and the Cowboys was first and last
Yeah,
because
because of the divisional
division
win.
game. Yeah. Bro, your O line let up 6 sacks yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
He's got to get
I
rid of
hope
the
they can
ball. You
protect.
already said that, but that's my main takeaway from the commies. Sam Howell's got to get rid of the ball. He's not bad. He's just young.
Yeah, I mean,
He's still
showing that he
technically a
can.
rookie, dude.
That touchdown pass he had to Brian Robinson was insane. Where
Yeah,
he dropped the arm, slinged it.
he can move he can move a little, but I don't get too impressed by QB scrambling 6 yards for a touchdown in the goal,
No, no.
the goal
Because
line.
especially on a pass play that's going on for 5 seconds, like,
Heck,
yeah,
anyone can do that except maybe
even Brady was doing that. Peyton Manning wasn't really, but
Ryan. I mean, even Ryan Tannehill can do it. Like,
yeah, Ryan Tannehill does do it. Like, I like to see the IQ that, like, not trying to force anything in the red zone, try and get it with your feet. I mean,
can't afford a turnover there.
yeah, not at all, especially when you threw a bad interception.
And I
Really
mean,
bad
it
interception.
yeah, it does say a lot that I mean he had a pick and then he had a fumble that turned into points
Yeah.
directly, and he was still. I mean, he was like, all right, let's lock in, let's come back, let's win this game.
I mean,
Good for
Terry,
you
Johan
guys. For
both
your
had.
O line, I feel bad for him, bro. You guys need to know line.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Howell did go 19 for 31, 202 yards, a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and then an interception and a fumble. He had
Sexy.
more yards than any other quarterback in the NFC East.
Okay. Okay.
Like, we were playing one of the worst defenses, yeah, but stats
But
are stats, I
he had
guess.
more than Jalen Hurts, but I mean they were playing the Patriots, but still.
Yeah, Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts went 22 for 33 with 170 yards, a touchdown, and he also fumbled
Get 22 completions for how many yards?
170. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm not spinning bullshit, but that's what.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts went 22 for 33 with 170 yards through the air. Let's see. Did he have any rushing?
Bro, it's 7.
And he had 9 carries for 37 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
But he also fumbled.
I was watching that game, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you saw how close the Patriots offense was to closing that out. You play a good QB that can, yeah.
Mac looked good. Mac did look good in that game.
You play somebody with weapons, they win that game against the Eagles.
Yeah, I think my friend lied bet the. I mean, also if you just play a cleaner game, what they had a pick six right in the first quarter or something. The Eagles did.
Yeah,
You play a turnover free game, you can win that game easily.
dude, I think the Eagles they're not going to struggle. I have a note here. They're still good.
They're still good. Yes, I
Still
mean,
good. Yes,
I
and
think there's
I have a little frowny face here, but losing both coordinators is going to show at some point in this season
yeah.
if it hasn't already. But dude, that sucks. They're good, but we look good
Dallas is
too.
good.
We'll get there though.
We'll get
But
there.
let's move on to Baltimore and Houston.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Pretty much the only note I had here, I made it pretty early in the game. It was the Texans defense is going to keep them in some games, kind of close to what the Lions and the Commies did last year. But I mean, the Ravens kind of separated themselves towards the end of that game, even without J.K. Dobbins. But so maybe I jumped the gun there. But C.J. Stroud didn't look horrible, something to work with. But
I mean,
we'll
Lamar had an interception, and I think he had 2 fumbles, right?
see. Less than 170 passing yards.
Yeah.
It was raining throughout the East Coast. I did forget about that. Because
Yep.
in some of these games, you can barely tell. Like you could barely tell in the Cowboys game it was raining.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only time you can really tell is when they showed Big Mike, soaked.
Or
Um,
I like Big Mike. I don't know. Like he might suck with his clock management, but he knows how to make those guys like play for him. Like
player to watch out for, especially in fantasy from this game, Justice Hill with J.K. Dobbins out for the season already. I mean,
he's gonna get the goal line touches, isn't he?
either him or Justice Hill, and who's the other one? Gus Edwards, one of the two. I'm pretty sure after J.K. Dobbins got hurt, uh, Justice Hill got the touchdown, and then the next play they went to Gus Edwards for the 2-point conversion.
I think I saw something. They split carries after he got hurt. They went like 8 and 8.
Yeah,
But
so pick up one of them. They can, you'll get some touchdowns maybe, hopefully.
if he didn't start Zay Flowers, he got 10 targets.
Yeah.
Rest of the receivers got 11. He's gonna get fed the ball this season.
Whatever we believed
Start him
in Zay
yet.
Flowers is completely true. He's good. He catches
He's
the
so
ball.
quick. He's
He's
so dangerous with the
shifty.
ball in his hands. Yeah, scary.
Scary. He's good.
Oh, the next game. How did I had the Bears beating the Packers, didn't I?
Yeah, I think we both did. Jordan Love,
Crazy.
he's kind of good.
I wrote that. Jordan Love question mark question mark. So I'm
Yeah,
a small fan. I'm a small fan.
I mean, small sample size, but as a Commanders fan, we love small sample sizes.
I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, their whole team, they looked like they didn't start off super hot, but they looked good. But the Bears,
I mean, they were also missing their top wide receiver in Christian Watson. Like
this is true.
the Bears do not look good. You texted
They're,
me. Justin Fields does not look good. He is not good.
he's not. He's trying to lead the league in fumbles again. Like he's not good. He's now 5-23. He's thrown 24 touchdowns and like 22 picks now. That's
Yeah,
not good.
no. I mean,
Jeez,
DJ Moore didn't have that good of a game. I don't think so.
no, he did not. And I mean, it's because Fields just looks scared. Like he can't
Something.
settle. He wants to scramble. He's a great runner. He ran for 1,100 yards, but
Yeah.
I'm out on him completely. Everyone thinks he's good. I don't think he's good at all. And I mean, people do forget the Bears traded the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft last season.
Yeah.
So Packers, watch out.
Yeah, Packers
The Lions. I mean, the
could win the
Vikings.
division. Packers could still be good.
They could.
Packers own Chicago, not just Aaron Rodgers.
The Packers. Oh, and the Raiders won.
Raiders won. They beat the Broncos in Denver.
Well, that's Sean Payton going for an onside kick to start the game. What the fuck?
I mean, Sean Payton's doing too much. I mean, he thought he was going to do like a, save the world there in Denver. He can't.
You know
I
how
don't
cool
think
that would be if he did get that onside kick though.
it would have been. I mean, I think Russ is too far gone. He can't fix Russ. I think Denver is a bad team.
I think they're both pretty mid. That's a note I had here. Broncos and Raiders are mid.
I mean, Jacoby Myers, good.
Oh, and I've officially been convinced Jimmy G sucks. I used to defend him, but that 49ers offense can make anyone look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a failure to Devontae Adams. I wrote that down too.
Yeah, Devontae Adams is
Oh,
it's
and
sad to see.
when I said the Broncos and the Raiders are mid offensively, they are mid offensively. Defensively, they're decent.
Jacoby Myers
Close game.
from that game.
Look good.
Between Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams. Jacoby Myers had 10 targets, 9 receptions. Devontae Adams had 9 targets, 6 receptions. Like, they're getting the share.
Kobe Myers, he's out though next week. Concussed
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, Devontae's going to go off.
He went to
Austin
sleep.
Hooper could be good in that offense next week.
Josh Jacobs got the ball a lot, but he wasn't
Josh
getting.
Jacobs with the new number kind of threw me off for the first couple plays.
Bro, he looks tough. That's what he wore at Bama.
Mm-hmm. Remember that. It was just like, I didn't realize that he changed. Did they waive the rule where you have to buy out your stock of jerseys, or is it because he had a new contract he was able to?
Probably a new contract.
Maybe it was in the, you pay for this, I'm going to do this, you want me to play type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, big take I have from the weekend, from every game. If you are a running back in the NFL is getting rid of you. They are going committee. Like, if you're not named Christian McCaffrey or like Eckler or Chubb, like, it is a committee. Every
Henry.
team.
I mean, Henry, but he only. I mean, I guess they do have to start to limit him with how old he's getting.
I mean, I was watching in the Bengals Bears or the Bengals Browns game. Nick Chubb, every time I saw them run the ball, it was the other guy, and Ford, not Nick Chubb. I mean, I think Nick Chubb still had his carries. I'm sure he got his load, but
I mean, in fantasy, he had a decent day. I mean, he had like 90 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good day, but like in fantasy, if you don't score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Just like it seemed like everyone was using committees.
Why do I feel like we already talked about the Eagles and the Patriots?
Because we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I had the Eagles winning that. But Patriots almost came back.
Patriots almost came back. Mac looked good.
Skip past that one. We already talked about it. I had Miami winning. That was a really high scoring game. Chargers defense looks bad.
It was a close game. I mean, Tua, could he be MVP if he can stay healthy?
I mean, if stats win you MVP, maybe.
I mean, I think Tyreek wins MVP before Tua does, but
yeah, I mean, because that's the reason.
Tyreek can easily have 2,000 yards this year.
Easily,
not easily, but
he was on a good pace last year, but he missed some time. Injuries.
He also lost his quarterback.
What happens when you? Yeah, that is true. But also, what happens when you get the ball that much?
Yeah, I mean, he went off. What do you have? 11 catches for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Because I had him in fantasy. He was first overall pick in one of my leagues.
I knew what was going on.
Oh, bro, the Rams surprised me this weekend.
Yeah. I guess Matthew Stafford found some weapons.
I guess.
And is Geno Smith bad again? Those are the two takes I really have.
I wrote Seahawks, and thought the Rams would be worse. I mean, Matt Stafford, maybe he was just really hurt last year. Maybe he's healthy now, playing good.
He was
And
moving the
I don't
ball
know,
around, right? Like,
maybe these young guys, maybe these young guys bought in. I like Sean McVay. He's a great coach.
I mean, guy to pick up in your fantasy league if you can. I mean, my fantasy league does an auction style waiver, so you have to bid, and I'm bidding a lot of money for this guy. But out of the 37 targets from Matthew Stafford, Puka Nauka, nah, how do I say
Oh,
it?
he's got a crazy name. I've heard him throughout all preseason.
Yeah, he had 15 of those targets, 10 receptions, 119 yards.
Wow.
But also Tutu Atwell,
Yeah,
he had
Tutu
8
Atwell.
targets for 6 receptions and 119 yards as well. Like, pick one of them up. Like, they're probably both
Tutu Atwell's
available. I mean,
nuts. He's speedy.
when Cup comes back in 4 weeks, he's gonna be good. I'm excited to see that. This offense, like,
I know you're a big Cup believer.
I mean, I have in a fantasy league. I ended up absolutely demolishing in that fantasy league. I won like 125 to like 65. Like, it was a brutal showing from the opponent, but
I won the league I won the week. Ugh, I won in the league that I have the Cowboys defense
I mean, as you should. If you have
and
the Cowboys,
Tyreek Hill.
if you have your defense dropping 40 points and you lose, your team sucks.
That's a fact. I mean, my starting receivers there are Tyreek Hill, Chris Olave, and CeeDee Lamb, and then Cowboys defense, and that's it.
Yeah. And that brings us to the Dallas game.
Bro. Eh, there's you can't start a season any better.
Or if you're the Giants, you can't start the season any worse.
I mean, I guess we could have started it a little better. We could have looked a little more in sync on offense, but I mean, we still ran the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I
Tony
mean,
Pollard got
Dak
2 on the
didn't look
ground.
necessarily good.
But like I don't think he's gonna be
You also
required to
don't
throw
you don't need Dak in
35.
that game. Like,
Like we don't. Like
you
Cooper Rush could have won that game easily.
yeah,
Same score.
first time Dak touched the field, he already had a 7-0 lead. And the
First
Giants
time
had two.
first time he really touched the field, it was freaking 16-0.
Yeah, like, Dallas defense is legit. Micah Parsons,
Just as good as
defensive player of the
just
year.
as good as the Niners, but I think we create turnovers better.
Yeah,
Stephon
I mean,
Gilmore took him 20
Daniel
minutes.
Jones. Daniel Jones, like, I'm sure I was texting you about this. I was texting everybody about it. Daniel Jones, $45 million contract a year for 3 years.
You saw my tweet yesterday?
I didn't, but yesterday
Because
in the
Daniel
game,
Jones makes 40+ million a year with a bunch of laughing faces. Because what the hell?
Daniel Jones was 15 for 28, 104 yards, 2 interceptions, and sacked 7 times, 8
Bro,
times.
at one point in the game, he had been sacked 6 times and had 7 completions.
Yeah,
Here, I have a whole page of notes on the Cowboys game, actually.
the Bills might lose this game.
Oh, bro, the Cowboys special teams looked good. That was my first note. Punt
Yeah,
coverage, blocking kicks. We did miss our first extra point, but he seemed to settle in after that.
yeah, soccer player. Interesting route, but he made some field goals. He settled in.
That's
Brett
all you can
Maher
ask.
missed a couple more kicks back to the Rams game.
I saw him out there. I was like, oh, fuck you. I saw him miss one.
Yeah, give him a contract, right? But yeah,
Crazy.
I feel like you have a lot to say about this. From my point of view, Giants look bad. I think they're going to be worse for the
Yeah,
division.
Giants O line, not great. Daniel Jones, dog shit.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones. Yeah, I wrote 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. He had 7 completions on the game, and he had been sacked 6 times.
Yeah, like
And then he was sacked for a seventh time, but like it didn't count or whatever. Then he got another completion, and then he was sacked for a total of 7 times. His stats, or our defensive stats: 7 sacks, 2 picks, 1 pick 6, 1 blocked field goal for a touchdown, 5 forced fumbles, 0 points allowed, and our punt coverage looked great. So
yeah,
I think I sent you a TikTok today saying um, no team has lost by 40 points, given up a pick 6, had a kick, had a field goal blocked for a touchdown, um, and 2 other things in the same season, and the Giants did them all last night.
yeah. I mean, the
In,
Giants went out and they've been drafting tackles, but that wasn't the problem. They let all their interior linemen go, and it showed. Darren Waller looked frustrated out there. He looked upset. Like,
on the bench, I saw him. He was like,
yeah,
"What? Insane!" I mean,
Saquon,
our
like,
our pass rush is best in the game, and then you got to pick a side: Trayvon Diggs or Stephon Gilmore. I
yeah.
mean, what can you do? We look good. Our run defense. I mean, it could use some help. I mean, we know that.
You're
That's
also
why we
going
went,
against Saquon Barkley. Like,
yeah. That's
it's
why we went and got Mozzie Smith, beef up the interior. Um, I mean, they were kind of running it on us that first drive, but they didn't score. So,
yeah,
and they they missed a field goal too. Like it should have been 40-3,
yeah,
but yeah, we got lucky there, bro. I just wrote a big LOL.
yeah. Like that game was, as a Giants fan, Giants should be embarrassed. Like,
Yeah, I was texting Jacob Mozios last night. He was like, after we were 16-0, he was like, "Good game. This sucks." Took
yeah,
it
like
easy on us, man. The only thing I wish different last night, I wish Dak looked a little better, but he didn't play in preseason. We'll see how our offense looks. I'm real excited for Brandon Cooks. He he
yeah.
looked he looked good last night. He had a couple receptions and he was getting open. Dude, he's so fast.
CD
So
was getting
fast.
open. I mean, the
He
Giants
looked good.
defense did look really bad, especially like in those
And I mean,
opportunities. Like,
we're not really going to be airing it out like we have been in the past. We're going to be running it a lot more, a lot of play action, a lot of screens, a lot of slants, a lot less hitches and goes.
yeah,
But
I
hey,
mean,
Dak's going to throw it like 20, 22 times a game
yeah, he had 24.
for, yeah, maybe 200 yards and a touchdown or two. That's all we need,
Yeah, especially if your defense is playing that well. I mean,
especially if our defense is playing like that. All we need to do is run the ball, make these games quick, make the time run out. Let's get out of there, go home, enjoy the next week, and
yeah,
go undefeated to win the Super Bowl.
Mike McCarthy calling plays. It looks all right. I mean, nothing special.
I think it's going to take a few games for
To see an
McCarthy and
impact.
Dak for not necessarily to see the impact for McCarthy and Dak to kind of find the groove of their connection of calling plays, seeing what both of them
Yeah,
like situational football. Because I mean, you don't just automatic like they've never. That was the first game that they've had together where McCarthy was calling the plays to Dak. So I mean, it's going to take. There's obviously a little bit of an adjustment period, and we'll see. I mean, Dak looked a little rusty, but nothing to be worried about. He didn't
yeah.
throw a pick. He
Um,
didn't turn it over, so
one
that's a good
last
sign.
thing about the Giants. Even their coaching looked bad. Like Dable having to burn 2 timeouts in the first quarter. Like that was
That's
still. It was only like it was could have been a competitive game, but like
I like
Dayball
Dayball
didn't
too.
look good. Like it looked like they just
Looks like
weren't
he doesn't have
getting.
control of the guys. It looks like he wants to be their friend more than their coach almost.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it's not working out the way it is for Mike McDaniel in Miami.
yeah, I
and
mean,
but he also doesn't have quite the players McDaniel does.
yeah, I mean,
I can't
time will
believe it.
tell. It is only week one. These are These are overreactions from us.
Of course, but I still can't believe that they decide they have. Hey, let's pay Daniel Jones, or we can pay Saquon Barkley. Oh, it's 160 million to the guy who threw 15 touchdowns last season, or we'll get one more year out of Saquon, who's no way he comes back.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know where else he would go. He's not going to get a bag anywhere else, really.
No.
Bad day for running backs in the NFL.
Last game would be the Monday night game on right now. We
We
both
both
have it
picked
on
the
in the
Jets,
background.
didn't we? We both had the Jets.
Yeah, we both had the Jets. We're both going to be incorrect. Hate to see what happened to Aaron Rodgers so early in the game. They said the
But
X-rays came back clean, but he's
neither
out for the
team
game.
looks neither team looks outstanding. The Jets defense looks pretty good. They're slowing down the Bills.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
my friend said this. He texted me, said Josh Allen's gonna end up like Carson Wentz.
Josh
And
Allen just looks like he's airing it out. Like
he
he
said he's
looks.
gonna end up like Carson Wentz without Daboll. And I mean every year without Daboll, it's gonna take a step back in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
And he's gonna be just like year one, Josh Allen.
he's looking messy this year. I mean, again, it's
Second
week one.
second in interceptions last year and third in fumbles. So
I think they'll get the win. A win's a win. They'll fix it.
they will too.
They'll be good this year. Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers is good.
We'll see. All right. What are we
Got
hopping
any?
in next here? We just wrapped up all of our picks. What did we both go record wise? You added
We
them up.
both went 9-6. Pending this game ending, then we'll be 9-7 both.
We had different picks for each, not each game, but we didn't just pick the same teams for each matchup, and we ended
Yeah,
up with the same record. So that's pretty cool.
very cool. We both missed a couple games. We both hit a couple games. We had some splits.
Well, there's a couple I'm looking at for myself. I can't
Yeah.
believe I picked.
Got any big fantasy pickups coming this week? Anything to look out for? I mean, we highlighted Jordan Addison. We highlighted a couple pickups. Justice Hill.
I think Kenneth Gainwell is worth the start
Yeah,
over
it looked like he was
DeAndre
getting the
Swift.
target share. I mean,
Bench or drop DeAndre Swift, I would, and go pick up Kenneth Gainwell if he's available.
yeah,
Oh my goodness, my fantasy. I was down by like 40 coming into tonight. No, I wasn't. I was down by like 30, and now I'm only down like 5. That's lit. Stephon Diggs for the win. I'm down 7 right now.
yeah. The only league I was worried about is
In the other league, I'm up 40.
Jets
And
defense is what I was worried about. So far, so good. I mean, another touchdown couldn't hurt. Again, one league I absolutely dominated. I have Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase. They combined for 9.1 points this week. Of
Cooper
course,
Kupp, you started him?
no, of course not. I didn't start Cooper Kupp, but
Bro, I was gonna say what you
Michael
doing, man.
Pittman went off. Travis Etienne,
I
Justin
did see that.
Herbert.
I saw one of his touchdowns. Michael Pittman. I'm not sold, but I mean, he looked good, didn't he?
I mean, he had some solid games towards the end of last season. He's coming back. I think I'm sold. I think he's showing he can be a T.Y. Hilton-esque player. I'm only saying that because they're both on the same team. I feel like Ty had a ceiling, and I feel like that's similar to. It just feels like in that stadium you can only be so good, you know.
Yeah, unless you're Andrew Luck or play defense
Yeah, I
or
mean,
Peyton Manning, I guess. Dude, one low key receiver for the Saints, Rashid Shaheed. He had a
Raheem.
great game. He had
Yeah,
a good amount of targets, had like 90 yards and a tud, 19 fantasy points. He I know he's gonna be available everywhere. He's position ranked 73 before week 1, so he's gonna be available. And Jordan Addison, if he's available, pick him up.
yeah,
What happened this
absolutely.
week's gonna happen to every defense because they're gonna have to pick. They're gonna
They're gonna have
say
to shade over.
they're gonna have to shade over to Justin Jefferson's side, and
That
if
was
you're
the
a
whole
first
reason
round
Indy
talent
went out to go
receiver,
get him. They wanted another weapon for when Jefferson gets that doubles, those triples.
they're smart. That was a great pick. Jordan Addison's gonna have a good
Yeah,
year.
great pick. Should we get
Um,
to next week's picks?
I feel like there's another guy in fantasy that I don't know. Tight end position sucks, dude.
I mean, Hunter Henry, I was looking at for tight end. And
Darren
he's hurt.
Waller, that sucks. I have him in both of mine.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, no. Sam Laporta,
Sam Laporta. I mean,
the
he's
Lions tight
young.
end.
I don't think he had a touchdown. I think they end up throwing a touchdown to their other tight end or something.
He had 5 targets.
But I'm looking at Hayden Hurst and Hunter
Hayden
Henry.
Hurst did look good. Yeah, he scored for the only touchdown for the Panthers, didn't
I mean, that offense is awful. I think Hayden
he?
Hurst is kind of just going to be a safety blanket for Bryce Young this year. Like, find the big guy standing in the middle of the field. That's Hayden Hurst.
It's gonna be Hayden Hurst and
Yeah,
Thielen if he can stay healthy and get open. Forgot Thielen plays in Carolina, didn't you?
I did, but he didn't really. I don't. Did he even play this week? Did he do anything?
I think he was hurt. He might have had a catch. I don't know. Let's look it up. I'm curious. I didn't see him pop up anywhere.
Um, Adam Thielen. He had 3.2 points in fantasy points in a PPR league. Two
Yeah, so
targets, two
he had,
receptions, 12 yards, 0 touchdowns.
but I think that's their O line and just the skittishness of
Bryce
Bryce Young.
Young, yeah. Um, yeah, I like Hayden Hurst. That's probably who I'm going to get this week.
But yeah, I got to do something that's tight end.
Yeah,
If he's available, I might have to go there too.
I mean Hunter Henry had a nice target share.
Bro, how are we not in the fantasy league?
I don't know.
Pretty crazy.
Let's go to next week's picks.
Let's do it. Well, I guess we'll go in order. I'll save it.
Yeah, got the records up there. Um, let's start with the Thursday night game. Eagles Vikings.
Let me pull this up so I can keep track of it here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are you gonna? Is there a way you can mark that and then screenshot that?
Um,
Actually, no, because it's only one copy of it. Give me 1 second. Should we delete our week 1 picks here?
yeah,
We can just keep our record.
yeah, keep the record.
All right, what's the first matchup we going with?
First matchup is gonna be Thursday night. We have Eagles Vikings.
Why is this green?
Sorry, I had it green to mark which ones were right. Um, it's a tough one. It could be a good game, both coming off the short week. Um, I'd probably take the Eagles.
I'm sorry. Now I'm all set up. I'm ready to go.
You're
What's the
good.
matchup? It's
Eagles Vikings.
Eagles, Vikings. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna take the Vikings because I want the Eagles to lose. That's not an educated decision. It's a
I want the
emotional
Eagles to
decision.
lose, but I think the Eagles are probably going to win, so I'm going to take the Eagles.
Yeah, they probably are, but I want to oppose you, and I think obviously with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, they and I mean the way that actually I've convinced myself on the Vikings because with how easy or not how easy, but with how close the Patriots were to scoring that game-winning drive there in the last 2 minutes. I mean, if you have weapons like Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, and a solid running back in Alexander Madison, I mean, Kirk Cousins going to give it to you. He had 8 fourth quarter comebacks last season, I believe.
Yeah. No, I think something like that.
Vikings. I'm doing it.
All right.
Vikings.
Second game we got Ravens Bengals.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dang, I picked the Bengals this week and they disappointed me.
Yeah. Do I think they
You
can
really think,
bounce
you really
back?
think Joe Burrow's gonna let him start 0-2, man?
He's gonna. I think so. I think Lamar, they just struggled against a rushing quarterback. They're going to struggle against another rushing quarterback.
What is Joe Burrow's record against the Ravens?
His career record?
Yeah, versus the Ravens.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's 3-2. 3-2 versus the Ravens. So they kind of split. I mean, who'd you go with?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
You going Ravens?
No. I think the Bengals are gonna bounce back. I'm going
Yeah,
Bengals.
I'm gonna oppose you there. I'm going Ravens. I like. It's hard for me to see the Bengals starting 0-2, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm I'm gonna do it.
Next game we got is Seahawks Lions.
Lions.
Lions. I think Gino looks bad.
Cool.
Colts Texans. Thinking that Anthony Richardson is healthy, I think I have to take the Colts.
I'm going with the Texans defense here.
First rookie
CJ Stroud.
matchup.
CJ Stroud didn't look that bad either, and the Colts defense isn't very good.
Yeah, I mean,
You going Colts?
Colts.
Wait. Cool. No, we're what? Bears Bucks?
Yeah, we're at Bears Bucks.
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 Bucks start 2-0 to start 2023.
Baker is back.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Next we got Chiefs Jaguars, which could be game of that's a game of the week almost.
You're going Chiefs?
No, I think I'm gonna go Jaguars. Chiefs
Oh
also start 0-2.
Oh my goodness. I can't do them. Chris Jones having a big comeback game.
Chris Jones and Travis are back. Yeah, probably the
And
Chiefs
Travis.
win, but I'm sticking with the Jags pick.
Cool Packers over the Falcons.
Two
I'm going
1-0
Packers.
teams.
I'm going Packers here.
Um,
As long as Aaron Jones is playing.
Packers. Who are the Packers playing? The Falcons.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. Dude, Zach Wilson just took a devastating hit. Oh my goodness. Did you see that?
I think
Yeah.
the Falcons are gonna win this game.
Falcons.
I think that Russian attack of Tyler Algier and Bijan are gonna be too much. Bills Raiders. I think we both got the Bills.
Yeah. I'm not a believer in the Raiders.
Yeah, Jimmy G's not good. Chargers Titans.
Chargers.
We got the Chargers.
Because I think the Chargers I think their defense really is just bad against the pass.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's great against the run, but like they really only struggle against guys that can air it out.
Yep. Then we got
Niners.
49ers Rams. I think we both got the Niners here.
I think Niners have another showing like they did this week.
Yeah.
Another
Niners.
30 plus point performance and don't let up more than 2 touchdowns.
I mean, LA or the Rams could surprise us. I mean, they looked good last week, but I think the Niners are just that much better. That like
they get to the quarterback so quick.
Giants Cardinals is our next game.
Cardinals. Giants.
I'm also taking the Cardinals. The
Giants are so bad, dude. I mean, and you also saw how much the Cardinals can get to the ball. I mean, they had 6 sacks against you guys.
I assume
And
that they're
Giants
going to have
O-line's even
probably
worse.
5 or 6 against the Giants.
Giants O-line's even worse. And Giants turn the ball over. Cardinals create turnovers. Zaven Collins is a dog.
Yeah. Jets Cowboys.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, bro.
Yeah, I mean Cowboys. Even probably if Aaron Rodgers playing, I think
that I'm probably gonna pick the Cowboys in every game this year. So,
I'll probably do the same with the commies. And
I mean, there's no way I can walk in like just for the show. No, I'm picking the Cowboys every time. Why would I want to be right just for the show? I gotta believe in the boys.
Straight from the Cowboys to the Commies in Denver. I think the Commies are going to win that one.
Dude. No,
2 weeks in a row, you're going to pick them?
Tommy starting 2-0 and I'm condoning it, dude. Oh my goodness.
Sean Payton, he's not a miracle worker. Doesn't
No,
look
I love Sean Payton. It's Russell Wilson, I think, is trash.
Yeah.
And you guys might see some issues with that defense, especially throwing it. We'll see.
I feel like I
I'm
really didn't watch the Raiders game this week, but
picking the commies. I'm
I
picking
think the Commies I think Chase Young will hopefully be back. I mean, you never really know with Chase Young. He's missed it feels like half his career at this point, but
I'm taking the commies and I'm going bold here. And I'm taking the Patriots.
see, Sunday Night Football. Wow,
It's on Sunday night.
it is Sunday night.
I think Belichick's gonna make Tua look like he's never played football before.
I think Tua is going to make Tyreek look like the MVP of the league, so I'm going to take the Dolphins. We have 2 Monday night games separated by an
What?
hour for some reason because
We have two
why
games
put
on Monday night? Why?
what is Monday? I don't know, but one's at 7:15 and one's at 8:15. The NFL is weird like that. But first game is going to be Saints Panthers. I'm going to take the Saints.
Wait. Can I change my pick?
For the Dolphins game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were taking Dolphins?
I'm taking Dolphins.
Upon further review, Tua's never lost to the Patriots.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's 4-0.
Wow.
And Saints Panthers, Saints win.
Yep, Saints win. Derek Carr, still not good, but good enough.
Bro, are we both better? No, we can't both because we have. I'm going 16-0, brother.
Browns Steelers. That's the
Browns.
Monday night.
Browns.
Um,
Steelers look like shit.
yeah, Browns look good. Browns again.
At least their defense. The Steelers aren't doing anything against that defense.
Yeah.
It's gonna start another Mason Rudolph incident. All right, week 2 picks.
Yeah.
So which games do we differ here? It's too much to look at. We got some of the same picks, some different. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll be back next week, Week 1, everything I could have imagined,
Oh, we're back. We are
We're back.
officially back. We already not yet, not quite yet. We got a
We got
quarter
about
of
10 minutes.
football.
10 minutes of football left.
We made it. We
Week
made it.
1 in the books.
And we're both 1-0. Look at that.
Both want to know, not last place, your first place. Oh, wow.
You're second.
Oh, no.
Oh, I think
it was third interception.
I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I think that's his third interception of the night.
Dude, what did I say? Josh Allen is Carson Wentz.
Second interception. Did it update actually?
Man, that's crazy, dude. Man, he looks cool with long hair, though.
Yeah, I mean.
That's wild. Well, dang. Oh. We've been on here for a minute, man.
Yeah. I think this is a good place to wrap up episode 2.
Episode 2.
In the books. Thanks for listening, watching.
Hell yeah. Man,
Yeah.
sorry. I was locked into that game there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna finish up watching this game and
yeah, we'll be back next week.
I'll be back